You are now listening to Mighty Champions Action Figure Radio.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Mighty Champions Action Figure Radio. This is a show where we talk about action figures, toys, collectibles, and all that sort of thing. So if you're interested in it, you have found the right place. My name is John Sargent.
And my name is Christian McGann.
Today we have got, I think this might be the most excited that I've been coming into an episode. And excited has a lot of meanings. This could go really, really good or really, really bad.
Agreed.
Either way, it's going to be entertaining. So we've got what's in the box. We'll explain that when we get to it, but it's pretty much what it sounds like. And we have also got Mission Report, Echo, Black Site. And again, I'll explain that when we get to it. Both things are total mysteries to us. Total mysteries to us. But yeah, so before we get into those things, you guys can subscribe to the show wherever you're hearing my voice right now, and we would love it if you left us a review. It doesn't mean a heck of a lot to you, but it means the world to us if you just hit those little 5 stars on whatever app you're hearing us talk about toys on. That's how we're going to grow. That's how more people are going to find the show. The more people that find the show, the closer we get to monetizing. And once we monetize, we will reinvest that money into doing toy hunts with you in your city. We'll do videos. We'll do live shows, all that sort of thing. But none of that can happen if nobody finds the show. And nobody can find the show if people don't review us. So please leave us a review because it would be highly appreciated.
And honestly, thank you to the people that binge the podcast.
For sure.
Because we'll see the downloads, the daily downloads, and we can see that a lot of them are coming from the same person. So we appreciate you wanting to listen.
What he means is that people are finding it and binging it, not that there's you listening and you're the only person listening.
So thank you, Charles, for being the number one listener and only listener. And you too, Mom.
No, we got people everywhere. We got somebody in Singapore. We got a diehard in Germany. We got people all over the U.S. We got like Maryland and Illinois and Pittsburgh and like all over the place. We got worldwide people. So we know how many people have reviewed the show also. So they don't quite match up.
Yeah, you know what though? We're grateful that the power of toys brings the world together.
Man, if you took an hour and 17 minutes out of your day to listen to me talk about toys, I'm grateful. It is that simple. So we appreciate you guys if you've listened to one episode or every episode. Christian, what's your week been like?
Week's been good. So last week we had the motivational speech on going for it in your life, and so which was about baseball on my end. You obviously doing advanced classes, so had a I think, did I talk about the first game? I may have talked about the first game a little bit.
No.
Yeah, so first game was really fun. Definitely some dogs out there on the field. Kind of already told you about that one. Went 0 for 4, but didn't feel too bad about it just because it was like a lot of baseball-esque experiences, pop-ups, ground-outs, fly-outs. And then we had a game last night, which some very good ball players in this league. First inning, one of the dudes hit an absolute moonshot. So and it was a deep part of the field. Next guy goes up, wall scraper to about 380.
Nice.
So it was, and those guys are not on my team. So they were on the other team. And very high offensive game for those guys. But really fun, again, to play in a more kind of like competitive environment and kind of have that idea where no matter what you're doing, you're just trying to help the team win. And not like it's not been like that for my other team. My other team is just very, very good, that there's just a probably 98% chance that we're just going to win the game.
So more competitive, a need to be more competitive.
There's just, like, the South Austin Parakeets are just like a dynasty. They're like we're like the LA Dodgers, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's just a team, we're the team to beat.
Right.
And unfortunately, it's just like, it's hard to do that. But in this new league, it's like, everybody is really, really good. And I got the first career hit last night, went 1 for 3.
Nice.
So a little rocket single to the gapper. And then Yeah, that felt good. And then pop up on the next one, strike out on the next one. So
It's all right.
it's baseball, baby. But yeah, so kind of adjusting the mindset to be like, okay, well, hey, I'm playing in this more competitive environment. Everybody is good. And these guys were very, very good. And just realizing that, like, man, like, you know, hitting that ball is like, that's what's going to move the, you know, I think I scored or drove in like 1 or 2 runs. So it's like, cool. Like, that's the role. If I ground out to advance the runner, that's the role. Like, everything has a purpose. I did like a Michael Jordan Jordan. I could have sworn I was 5 feet off the ground. Got a line drive in the air at first, and almost had a double play, but I was a little too far from the bag because the bases were loaded. So it was a clutch jump move. But yeah, man. So that's kind of where I have been at. I think. You know, this weekend and in particular, you know, it's like doing the podcast, doing baseball. There's so many different moving pieces in my brain that it's like, I took a nap earlier and I don't typically dream when I nap, but I dreamt, and basically I was going onto a field and I was about to hit BP, and I woke up, I was like, I didn't get to hit BP, and then I realized, like, dude, maybe you should just like take a break over the weekend. Like, you got too much going on in your brain.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's been pretty good. How about you?
Well, what's that break gonna be?
Ooh, that's a good question. So tomorrow, gonna head out to San Antonio, Texas, go hit up Toy Hunters, which is a really cool toy store that we have been there together. And then, so it'll be like probably my 4th time going. One of those places where toys are literally like, there's no square inch of that building that is not covered in toys.
Oh,
the
God,
wall,
I'm so jealous.
yeah. I mean, if you go in there and if like the walls just collapse and you were buried under toys, it is a righteous death.
Die happy.
And then there's another toy store in there called Buddy's Toys and Collectibles. A little bit of a smaller spot, but definitely has some gas. So I'm gonna go out there with the gal and just kind of take a day to, I just feel like I'm like, you know, everything feels like work, even toys to an extent. I felt like we were kind of afraid of that happening with doing this podcast, but it's like, when I think about it, it's like, it's like heaven. So, you know, it still holds that value for me.
Yeah, I'm super jealous.
Yeah.
Super jealous.
Hey, you know what? You've been on a buying. I'm looking at this shelf over here with all the Justice League, and that looks freaking incredible.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of like money for sure,
Yeah.
and a new display, and they're big, and it does look sick, and I couldn't be happier.
Mm-hmm.
But those are all eBay purchases.
They're all eBay purchases.
Yeah.
So, and then again, I've talked about many times.
At Mighty Champions for the unboxing and display video on those 10-inch Justice Leagues. If you've been keeping up with my my story of purchasing them, they're up, they're dope, and that's on at Mighty Champions.
Yeah, super. I mean, like, just looking at them, super underrated. I feel like you might even, you know, start a revival of those toys. Like, the market, I feel like, is going to go up if people just have this like idea, because they're just so random, because they're 7-inch or whatever they're 10-inch.
I think when they came out in 2002, 2003, there really wasn't the 6-inch scale market that there is now, right? So the 10-inch was in comparison to the 3.75. Mm-hmm. And the only other big thing that you had mental reference of was Ken and the old school G.I. Joe. So people went, I don't want these giant dolls. Mm-hmm. But now that we've lived in the articulated 6-inch world, these 10-inch Justice Leagues look like monuments to the show.
Yeah.
I can't describe what it is that I love about them, but they just look like you reached into the screen and pulled your favorite characters out. And when you look at them all together, it hits even different.
It's beautiful. In fact, I took my hat off and took a knee and thanked them.
You like how I have it arranged with
the
heavy hitters up top?
Yeah. So interesting to kind of dive in, because what you're talking about with the G.I. Joes, the 12-inch or whatever. I had an interesting conversation with my dad, who, you know, my dad is not a collector. He's not. I mean, my dad loves coffee. My dad's collection was like coffee paraphernalia. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So he was never about the toy stuff, and he does obviously like appreciate the fact of what we do, and, you know, like, hey, you like toys, that's cool, you collect toys or whatever. But it was an interesting thing, because I had my dad give me a figure flashback. My dad is 63, okay? So figures for him were...
He was like a hoop and a stick.
Yeah, exactly. No, but it was a G.I. Joe.
Okay.
It was an Australian G.I. Joe, the 12-inch that came with like the Crocodile Dundee like hat that folds on one side. And then it came with all the stuff, and he was telling me a story about his memory with that, and it was kind of mind-blowing because it was like, holy crap, like my dad just had a figure flashback.
I love it.
So very cool. But yeah, man, how about you?
But you had a pickup this week.
Did I?
Yeah, at the thrift store.
Holy crap! Yeah, man.
I'm gonna need you to start keeping notes,
dude. That felt like it was last week, man. That felt like a week ago.
I'm speaking for myself, and I presume you feel the same way. 7 days is a long time.
It's
in
interstellar,
my life, dude.
man. It's just like
so many things take place over the course of a week.
So many things. Yeah. So yeah, man. We went to a thrift store here in Austin called Texas Thrift. I'm sure that's a chain. It is surprisingly a thrift store that very rarely misses when it comes to buying clothes. My girlfriend sells vintage clothing, and so she's always constantly finding items there. They are wise to what they have. In fact, they have like a specific area that has Legos. They had some actual starting lineups, like vintage starting lineups in the case.
Oh, you gotta let me know next time.
They were cheap.
I'm on the lookout for my teams.
Okay,
of the old school starting lineups.
These were like Team USA. There was a Michael
Like
Jordan.
the Dream Team.
I don't know. You probably know a little bit better than I do.
Oh my god, dude! If it was Olympic and it was Michael Jordan, that's the Dream Team.
Well, then it was all assuming all the big names. They were like $4.99 each. I almost got
Charles
one of
Barkley, Scottie Pippen.
Yep.
Ooh, that's my era.
So they are wise to know that they've got stuff. They've got T-shirts back behind the counter that are $140 just because it's a Motley Crue shirt from whatever.
That whole thing just irritates
it
me.
is very frustrating, and it's like, well, that's what thrift stores have always been. So like the fact that they're wise to knowing that they have like fuel for like
The
a reselling.
word thrift doesn't mean anything
I know.
anymore.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
They have an amazing toy aisle though, because there's a lot of. I've found many things there that have been like, adjacent to my collection, or things that I would want to collect, like dinosaurs, whatnot. I go over there, and they have the bags of toys, and the very first one that I find has a Mattel Superman.
What do you mean bags of toys? Like savers?
Like savers, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, basically like that. So there's a lot of them, and an entire back wall full of them. So I always just scan it, and I have found cool items in there, but they're just like, it's like, oh, you're getting close. You're getting close. I found like a couple McFarlanes, maybe some wrestlers in there before, but this one was a Mattel Superman from Super Friends from like the 2019 kind of Mattel era. So that's why I didn't recognize it at first, but I knew it was Mattel just based off of the sculpt of the toy.
So did you have to buy a bag of stuff?
I bought a bag of toys for $4.29, and the rest of it was absolute garbage.
What was it?
It was like Frozen.
Okay.
Like little like tchotchke type stuff from Frozen. However, I did keep one of them, which was a Green Goblin Lego.
Cool.
Little guy.
Yeah.
So I kept him, and everything else I literally threw away.
Okay. So
But,
you got a late Mattel Superman.
Yeah, and I was like, you know what? This still fits the collection. It's not like there's something off with it where I was like, all right, this is okay. But I'm like, I just love the Superman. I just love Superman, and because it was like pretty close to what I'm already collecting, so I just put them up on the shelf. So I was like, dude, $4.29 for even just a Superman toy, like it was worth buying
that's
all the
great.
other.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I also found a Tasmanian Devil like foam bat that had like him on there wearing like a baseball, and it was from 2001. So I was like tempted to get that too, but I'm like, great. But yeah, man. So I feel like this week has just been shining down on me a little bit, you know. So
yeah, I just had this like, it's tough to recall a full week, but I had short work days because my girlfriend is in jolly old England, so I've got to tend to the dog who you guys hear on every episode just interrupting us nonstop. You probably heard her licking for the last 5 minutes. So I had a lot of time to go hunting, and I was not shown upon. Oh my God, dude. I've been hunting that J. Jonah Jameson really out of habit and boredom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If I find it cool, if I don't find it, I'll live.
Yeah.
But I want to see that Hasbro wall. I really just do. Didn't see that anywhere on God's green earth. There was 2 for $5 bouncy balls. So that's new. That was cool. So Walmart just strikeout after strikeout. Target, nothing I need, but there's a lot of cool wrestling stuff out right now, just nothing that's on my hit list. So I went to a lot of different stores this week. I went to Bat City Toys here in Austin. I heard them mentioned on a DVT video today. Some guy was talking about.
I meant to bring that up. Yeah.
Yeah, nothing that I needed there on that particular day. So I think I put my first goose egg on the board as far as hunting goes, but not for lack of trying, I can tell you that. I did pre-order the G.I. Joe police officer, which, by the way, highly controversial figure, evidently. I'm seeing online. They're like very polarizing.
I guarantee you it's going to sell out.
It did.
Okay.
In multiple places.
Okay.
It's sold out and come back and sold out again.
Wow. I'm not going to lie, because that probably should end up at a Target.
I think it'll go.
Fireman.
I think it'll go to Target, and I think it will eventually end up on some kind of sale. Like eventually.
I think if I see it in a Target, I might actually pick it up.
Full price purchase.
I think I don't know. It's just so cool to me that I'm like I just want that.
Yeah, it's just you and I were talking a little bit without the microphones on. It's just I just want it. It doesn't fit any of my collections. I don't have a law enforcement shelf. It doesn't fit G.I. Joe. It doesn't fit anything that I collect.
Ooh, that's a good question. So what are you going to do with it?
Play with it. I just want it. I don't know how to explain it. Well, what I did think about doing was getting a couple of them and putting them in my NWO display in the back.
Cool. Just like security, basically.
Put them around the ring or inside the ring, like line them up as like security so that they're on hand for me to just pick up and play with, and they look like they belong there. You know what I mean? Because I'm trying to, you might see there's some trash in the ring now.
I see it.
I'm trying to create like a chaotic scene here. You know what I mean? Like a little bedlam.
Holy crap, man. I'm just thinking about all the possibilities.
With the police officer, it's unbelievably
You got
cool.
Gotham City, you have your
GCPD police force, right? It does have a specific fictional city on it, but you can barely see it. You barely see it.
Doesn't matter.
It could be your wrestling security. It could be your arena setup police. It just acts as a cop for anything. I just love it so much. So I did pre-order one of those. So that was really the only thing that happened in toys. As far as, like you had mentioned, martial arts, I had a really fascinating week at martial arts this week. So it was my last week before I begin advanced class. And I just sort of had fortuitous timing where my conditioning has gotten to the point now where I feel like I can just let the dog off the chain and not pay for it immensely.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be very, very tired and sore the next day, but not like borderline hurt.
Yeah.
Right. So I do class on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and there's no other schedule I could keep with it because of what it takes out of me and my other stuff that I have to do anyway. So I go in Tuesday and I get there, I'm warming up and stretching out, and I have the realization like I'm gonna bang today. Like whoever the poor unfortunate soul is that has to hold pads for me today, may God have mercy on their soul. Well, that person was a girl who got laid off earlier in that day. And she doesn't come to class.
Time to beat her while she's down.
She comes to class maybe twice a month.
Okay.
And she started the same day that I started, and she has no stamina. She was not looking to let the dog off the chain. So I really just had to rein it in to keep her from having a complete and utter breakdown.
Yeah.
So that was a weird
Just
day.
you like her laying on the pad as a pillow and you just talking to her like, hey, it's gonna be okay, you know? Trying to coach her through it.
I was trying to get her to hit me hard.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, I'm the guy in HR that gave you your walking papers. Like, let me have it. She just didn't have the steam for it. But She tried her butt off. Like, to her credit, she made it through the whole class dying, and that's hard to do. I've seen a lot of people just go off to the side and watch the rest of class. So,
Wow.
And then Thursday, I wasn't really sure how I was feeling coming into it. I was dragging all day long, and I was thinking like maybe I'll get up for it when we start, and then I'll turn it on, and maybe I won't, and I'll just have to coast through. But I'm gonna get it done one way or the other. So I go in early, stretching out, and the kids' class is always going on while I'm stretching out. They call them the Tigers. And on this particular day, they started playing like Capture the Flag, where they tie bandanas to their belts and they just have the entire room to run around and try to capture everybody else's belts. And I was like in their way, so I just had to scoot out of the way and watch them, which was pretty entertaining. And I realized at the end of it that this has something to do with their testing for a belt. I was like, oh, that's interesting. Then that ends. I start warming up for kickboxing, meaning I'm running the warm up for kickboxing because I was the first person there. And I noticed that 2 of the kids that were just there are warming up with us, which has not happened since I've been there. And I realized, oh, these kids have to go through what they just did and kickboxing with me in order to get their black belts,
Gotcha.
their tiger black belts they're testing for. And I was like, that's cool. Like, so one of these 2 kids, I believe they're brother and sister. The boy he had to be told multiple times when it was kids class, focus, pay attention, like multiple times. He's a little all over the place. He's probably 12 if I had to guess. Big 12-year-old. Like he's going to be a monster. Anyways, we're going through kickboxing, and I have this realization: I can't coast with these kids watching me. I'm not gonna get outshined by a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
I'm just not going to. So I crank it up, right? So I ended up having like a astonishing workout, but it was cool because the kids were rotating with the groups. There was like doubles and trios, and the kids would go around and they would do what we were doing. The girl was totally badass. She was throwing kicks and punches as hard as she could. The boy was so gassed when it started that he could barely do anything, and he was like complaining, and he was going soft. And the instructor came over, told him to go hard like twice, and he wasn't doing it. So he took him down and started putting him in submissions and making him scream. Whoa. And me and the guy that I was working with cracking up laughing. He goes, he does this to the kids all the time. He's like, it's the funniest thing in the world. I look over, the instructor is sitting on the kid, just arms crossed, just sitting on him, and he's like, blah! Like, and then he worked his ass off after that.
Wow.
It was hilarious. But I was like laughing driving home because I was like, I turned it up so that I didn't fall behind a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
I was like, that's hilarious.
Yeah, you don't want to have, them walk in and then the instructor sitting on you.
Yeah. Yeah. Do I want no part of that guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. You want to talk about somebody that's just a walking weapon.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much how my week went. Struck out on toys, but had a pretty good week at kickboxing. All right, let's transition over to what you guys have to say. So every week we do a segment that is called Toy Soldier Figure Flashback. And that's where we get a chance to hear from you guys. We want to know, what is the toy that you love the most? Like Christian's dad and his Australian G.I. Joe. You've got something that you grew up with that you just absolutely adore. That toy that you cannot stop thinking about no matter how old you get. Well, you can tell us about it and you can end up on the show. You can send us voice memos in an email to mightychampionsafr@gmail.com, or you can send them to us on Instagram @mightychampions. Just get a hold of us. We really want to hear your enthusiasm about that toy. Even if it's a cool stick or a shiny rock. Like, it doesn't have to be a G.I. Joe, Transformer, Thundercats. It's cool if it is, of course, but it can be whatever you want to talk about. But Christian's got one lined up for us today.
I do. So this is from my buddy Tim, who is a longtime friend of mine. We've known each other for a very, very long time. I haven't actually talked to him in years, and I've seen him in years. So to me, that's another really cool thing about this podcast, is that he just happened to respond to an Instagram story of me sharing that, right? The figure flashback. And was like, man, I've got one. And I'm like, of course. He and I used to buy the Marvel Legends toys like crazy when we were younger. Like, he was like my right-hand man in the journey of getting all of those toys. So it was really cool, and just like honestly the perfect depiction of like where I both shared the same nostalgia, because I was like, I was right there with you this entire time. So this is from Tim, and so he says, 12 was a difficult age for me. Lots was happening around me I had no control over. Play was still a big part of my life. When most boys my age had let video games become their whole world, I wanted complete control of the creative process of my own games. Enter action figures. I got the Thing at Walmart when Marvel Legends first hit the shelves, and immediately he became the main character in most of my scenarios, most often as a whole new character. It was with me constantly and provided me a sense of autonomy and security I did not have at that time. I lost my original, but was thrilled a few years ago when I found one in a comic book shop. And now the stories have only gotten better, and Ben still plays a pivotal role.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
I love that, dude.
Yeah.
It's exactly the kind of stuff I want from people. I
Exactly.
love that. Like, who was the character? What was their, like, why were they the main character? That's so awesome.
Yeah, and you know, I remember specifically they had him and his brother had some that I would always be like, oh my god, because they found on one random glorious day Omega Red, Black Panther, like ones that I had been chasing for a long time. So we'd always go over there, bring mine over there, we'd play with them. And I remember specifically because he talked about creating a new character for it, and I remember being over there while he did that one time, and I was like, and in my mind, I was like, well, he's the Thing. It's like hard to, you know, whatever. But he was like, no, like I'm playing with these Legos, and that the Thing is basically this giant walking Titan that is, you know, walking amongst the Legos. And I was like, that's not a bad idea, because it's like they hold them in the hand or whatever. So
that's the awesome thing, man. You can't do it wrong.
Yes, exactly. Like whatever your imagination allows for,
be done wrong.
Exactly.
Love it. All right, yeah, you guys can send your Toy Soldier figure flashbacks to us, mightychampionsafr@gmail.com or at mightychampions on Instagram.
I wanna grow up, find a Toys R Us kid. They got a million toys at Toys R Us that I can play with. I don't wanna grow up, I'm a Toys R Us kid. They got the best for so much less, you really flip your lid. From bikes to trains to video games, it's the biggest toy store there is. I don't wanna grow up, 'cause baby if I did, I couldn't be a Toys R Us kid. More games, more toys, oh boy, I wanna be a Toys R Us kid.
All right, now it is time to play a game. We are going to play a game called What's in the Box, and it is literal. Both of us came to the table today with a box.
a shoebox at that.
And inside of that box is a toy or action figure or some sort of collectible. And then we're basically going to play 20 questions and try to figure out what's in the box, right? So I'm super stoked on this because the endless possibilities. And so we know that it's, you know, the 21st question is, it's something from our homes.
Yes.
Right? Like, so it isn't something that we like went out and bought. It's not
Correct.
something random, some Barbie or something.
Yeah.
Why'd you look down and to the right?
I did it.
Yeah.
I did it.
You did. You looked down and to the right when I said it wasn't Barbie. Okay, I'm gonna put that in the ledger. But yeah.
Speaking of the Thing where it's like trying to figure out like which one is, you know, like we were talking about the movie.
Oh, the movie, The Thing. Yeah. How do I know you're not the Thing?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so this could create some pretty serious paranoia.
It's hilarious.
All right, you wanna guess first, or you want me to guess first?
I want you to guess first.
Okay, let me present the box.
All right, so I got this box here.
Oh, careful with the lid.
I know, that's what I'm doing. That's what I was really afraid of. I was like, man, that would suck if I walk in, tripped, and then it just comes flying out.
All right, so we got a longer shoebox.
Shoebox.
So this is not sneakers.
Ooh, okay. That's true.
All right. So I get 20 questions.
Go for it.
Does this toy belong to you? Yeah, you thought you were going to get one over on me, huh, sucker?
Son of a gun. And I have to answer truthfully, of course. Yes. No, it does not.
Yeah, so that means it's Samantha's.
Okay.
You really thought you were clever.
I thought I was a genius.
You got to wake up pretty early in the morning, my friend, to get one over on me.
Hilarious. Okay. Well.
All right. Is it based on a movie?
Yes, it is. Or, you know what? Yes and no.
Okay. Yes and no. Is it based on a TV show?
Mm-mm.
How is it yes and no on a movie? And it's not a TV show. Okay. Is it a male character?
Yes.
Okay. Does it have weapons?
No, but there's a funny anecdote to be told after this is done.
Okay. All right, so it's not yours. It's yes and no in a TV show. Or in a movie. Mm-hmm. It's not in a TV show, and it does have weapons.
It doesn't have weapons.
It does not have weapons.
But it's funny. I'll talk about it.
And it's a male. Did I ask if it's a male?
Yes, it's a male. Yeah.
Okay. So that's 5 questions.
That's 5.
Okay. Probably should have brought pen and paper into this.
Yeah.
Is it a superhero?
No.
Not a superhero. Is it Disney?
Yes.
Okay. A male Disney. Is it Goofy?
Very close, but no.
Is it Pluto?
No.
What? Is it Max?
Mm-mm. Very good guess, but no.
Is it what's the guy's name? Livewire?
No.
Is that just not the right name? This isn't one of my... Did I just get the name wrong of that character?
No, it's not him. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. It's not him.
What's that guy's name?
I don't know.
Is it Livewire?
I think it is. I think it's Livewire.
Is it
Livewire?
Livewire?
Like maybe.
There's Livewire from Superman.
Yes, that is also the show. Yeah.
Okay.
Powerline is the guy's name.
Powerline, yeah. It's not Powerline?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Close to Goofy. And it's not Max. Is it Pete?
No.
Is it from the Goofy movie?
No.
Okay. Is it Mickey Mouse?
Mm-mm.
All right. Is it one of Mickey Mouse's friends?
No.
But it's close to Goofy?
No.
You said it was close to Goofy.
I mean, I can't. In that it's Disney, which I already.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's yes and no a movie. Are you sure about that?
Based off of when it was created. So that's
Is it
all.
Steamboat Willie?
No. 15 questions deep.
Oh my God. This is actually driving me.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, you thought you were a genius.
This is driving me insane.
Let's see what you can come up with,
I'm
Columbo.
Just one more thing.
Yeah.
Just 5 more things. I'm trying to think of. Okay, have I seen it in your house?
Oh, that's a good question.
I'm trying to think of what I've seen of hers. Because she's all over the place.
That's, yeah. I don't think so.
Okay. So then that means that...
But you have seen it.
I just didn't notice it. So it's in that hutch thing where all the clothes are.
Yes, one of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's 17.
What? That wasn't a question.
You just asked me.
That was a statement.
Okay. All right. I'll bring you back down.
I don't know what the hell she has. It's okay. It's a Disney character. Focus. Man, you chose right by going the Disney route because I just don't care.
That's
why I was focused on the Goofy movie because I like that.
Right, and I've talked about that. But if you can just think further and just unlock some like
Super
doors in the
old.
back of your mind.
So yes and no movie probably means that it's like a short animated thing from like World War One or something like that. It's not one of Mickey's friends, and yet it's Disney. So maybe it's something along the lines of like Sleepy Hollow or one of those like older like special kind of things. It's not on TV. It is something that people saw on a screen.
Correct.
Okay. Who else had those? What was the Three Amigo Birds kind of thing?
See, this is funny because you're diving. I'll say this. I'll give you a hint. You're diving way deeper than you should. You're going too far.
How many Disney things are there that
Just
are
try to
friends?
think, because like you've seen it before.
I've seen it before, and it's yes and no a movie.
I'm saying you've seen it,
The character before.
like, and it's been in her possession.
I've
In
seen
that,
him
yes, yeah,
before.
like, and that's all I'll give you. So I don't know. I think you haven't really asked outright. Well, I guess that's 17. That's 17.
Okay, let me zero on what kind of toy it is. Maybe.
Okay.
Is it a Happy Meal toy?
No,
Okay, I got two left.
that's a good guess, but yeah.
Is there? No, that's a legitimate movie. I was gonna ask if it was Roger Rabbit. Man, I'm so bad at Disney stuff, and it's a male. And the yes or no movie thing is throwing me a lot. If you had just said yes,
It'll
then-
click when you figure, or when you learn.
All right, I got two left. All right, lock in. Is it man? Is it who even makes Disney toys? I don't even know who makes like Disney.
Open up the broad scale of like, okay, what is Disney and what has Disney made before?
Okay, so it's something owned by Disney that isn't directly Disney.
Could probably say that.
Is it Marvel?
No.
Crap. Is it Star Wars?
Nope. That's 20.
Dang it.
All right. Did we do the reveal now?
Yeah.
All right.
What's in the box?
Okay, here we go.
All right. God dang it. Oh my God. Okay, first of all, it's Mr. Potato Head.
So, movie, yes, but he was a toy first, right? And then he was in Toy Story because they were like,
I'm going to let that slide, but you're on probation.
no. Check this out. Because I think he's
Looks like
from,
you, Seba.
I want to say he's from the 80s. Toy Story was 1995.
Yeah, no, you're correct. Mr. Potato Head certainly predates Toy Story for sure. So, dang it, dude. This is awesome, actually.
It's great. It's great.
love
So
that
you were there when she bought it at
was there?
Retromania.
Oh,
She bought 2 of them that day.
interesting.
That's why I was like, man, if you just thought just even slightly deeper of what she
still
bought.
has the price tag
He's
on
got the
his-
price tag, $10. And I was going to say, because you said, does he have weapons? And I was like, well, kinda, because in Toy Story, I think Toy Story 2, he's like, meet Mr. Angry Eyes. And he puts his shoes in his eyes and then runs into the wall, which is incredible.
Dang it,
When I
dude.
walked in, because I was planning, I was like, I don't have anything. I was like, he's gonna know if I pull something from my own collection.
I was certain that you were gonna go with
Last Action Hero?
Samantha's Last Action Hero.
So I promise you that was my first option. I went in there to grab it, saw him, and I was like, booyah.
Damn, this is what I mean about my week. And just fate keeps kicking me in the rear end.
But that, dude, thank God I didn't bring that, because you probably would have guessed it on question number 2.
yeah,
Like, straight up.
I was real confident that I was going to get
See,
it.
I
in
didn't
3.
think that you were going to think of me grabbing her stuff. I thought I was like, I got a one step ahead. So the hard part for me now,
Yeah, so since we're throwing curveballs,
what was that? Danielle doesn't collect things.
oh, she sure does. She's got toys.
No way.
Yeah.
So is this, okay, guys, question number 1. Is it yours?
Well, hang on a second. Let me
Okay.
let me present the box.
Okay. So it's a shoebox. It's a Nike shoebox.
It's a dope Nike shoebox, by the way.
Yeah.
That's from the Red Satins.
Well, there you go.
So your first question is, does it belong to me?
Correct.
Yes, it does.
Okay. Is it Shaq?
No.
Okay.
Good question though.
Okay.
Dude, if we were playing this when I was like 12, I would have had no other options but Shaq.
Okay, so that's 2 questions. All right. Is it superhero?
I'm gonna say no.
Luke Skywalker?
No.
Okay.
Not Luke Skywalker.
Is it a male
Yes.
from a movie?
No. Yes and no. Yes and no.
Video game?
Yes and no.
Mother trucker.
Yeah, you want to play the yes and no game? Son of a gun?
Okay, here we go.
Son of a bee?
Okay.
That's number 7, by the way.
Okay, number 7. I'm not going to look, but is it from the movie shelf?
Like, did I take it off of that movie shelf? No.
Okay.
Like he's talking about my movie action figures that are on my
main
movies.
characters, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so not a superhero. Is it Indiana Jones?
No.
Okay. What is that, 10?
That was 9. So
Okay.
let me clarify. This character is not a superhero.
Is it a wrestler?
No.
Okay.
That's 10.
That's huge. That's a huge one to get out of the way.
You gotta.
Well, I know the name of it.
You know the name of it.
Okay. So it's not something that's like a video game reference.
Oh, are you asking me if you know the name of
Yeah.
it? Like, are you familiar with it?
Yeah.
This doesn't count as one of your questions because these are rules that we set up ahead of time. So I'll spot you this one. You're very familiar with it.
Very familiar with it.
You're very familiar with it.
Swamp Thing.
No.
Oh, okay.
Did you just look over and see?
I didn't see him
Are
over
you
there.
just naming things you see?
No, he's not there. Where is he?
Oh, he's down here because I had to move him.
Okay. So you faking
I thought
me
you were
out?
doing. I thought you were doing. I love lamp. I thought you were doing Brick from Anchorman.
Oh no! I noticed Swamp Thing was missing, so
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, but yeah,
Oh,
okay.
I didn't even think of that. I should have swerved you and just moved stuff around in here. Hid some things.
Did you just buy it?
No.
Okay. Was it on display?
No.
Okay.
Not recently. It used to be, but most recently, I don't know if you ever even saw it on display. So no.
Okay, that's really good. That's really good feedback. Okay, I'm gonna talk out loud. So, almost everything you pulled out a big bucket of action figures to sell that one time. So you pulled out some tubs, you pulled out a couple of boxes, and they were full of toys. Toys, some were loose and some were in box.
There's nearly as much stuff in this room not on display as there is on display.
Yeah.
Which is a sickness.
Well, but it's good because a lot of it is wrestling.
Most of it is the overwhelming majority of it is wrestling. So yeah, you can.
Is it Morbius?
No.
Okay. Do you have it?
I don't have Morbius.
Okay.
I think you're thinking of Dracula.
Dracula.
Yeah.
Well, I just remembered a vampire-esque character. Is it the Mighty Champion's doctor?
I thought about using him
Okay.
but he's not a real character, so that I thought it would be like cheating to use essentially like a fictional
Okay.
mismatch. So you got 5 left.
5 left.
I would start narrowing down some properties and some toy companies and some like that sort of thing. So just to kind of help you narrow your scope is, it's not a wrestler. This character is not a superhero, and it was not on display. But it is an action figure that I have owned for quite some time.
Man.
And you know that I've owned it for quite some time.
Holy crap, that's so weird. My brain is... Okay. So it was probably on display before me. Like,
yes, it was. I believe I owned this before I started recollecting figures as an adult. To be honest with you, I don't know where or how long I've had this. I may have had it my whole life. I don't actually know.
oh my God. That makes it really challenging. I'm very familiar with this character. Have we ever talked about it?
The toy or the character?
The toy specifically, in that you have it.
Yes.
Oh my God.
3 more.
3 more. Okay.
We've talked about it at length.
At length. If I cannot believe that this is happening right now.
It is not one of Mickey's friends.
Not one of Mickey's friends. Okay. We've talked about it at length. Something that you have had. It's not, is it? It's not a superhero. Is it Marvel?
Yes.
Okay.
2 more questions. I actually want you to get it. The listeners are probably way ahead of you, by the way. The listeners have figured it out.
Is it weird that this is kind of an outside question, but is it weird that I haven't gotten it yet?
I'm not going to answer that.
Okay.
Yeah, so you still got 2 left.
Okay.
And then remind me afterwards.
Oh, man. This is real weird. This is real weird.
What's in the box?
I know. It's a Marvel character that I know that you have, that we've talked about before. It is a male character who is not a superhero. Is it from a big Marvel? Is it from a team, or is it a solo character?
Rephrase it as yes or no.
Does he belong to a team?
No.
Okay.
1 more. So restate everything that you just went through, and if this one question isn't it, I'll be sorely disappointed.
Oh my God, dude. I'm like, and maybe I'm overcomplicating it.
Very much so.
What character have you had that we would have talked about that isn't a superhero? Doesn't belong to a team. Howard the Duck? I don't know. Like, I'm trying to think. I'm like, oh no,
Nailed it. It's Howard the Duck. No. Okay, so so that's your 20.
That's 20.
We both fail. So you had asked, is it weird? Yes, it is weird, but it's not weird because I swerved you by making you think that it was something off the beaten path when it's not. So, and you said you're not going to look at the movie shelf. Turn around and look at the movie shelf. Who do you see over there? Who do you see above the movie shelf?
It's Punisher. Yeah, my God. See, I figured one of us was going to be obvious. The first one I was going to grab was Wolverine. For me to do to you, because I was like, okay, I'm gonna get him and I'm gonna make him go down the. Dang it, dude.
I spent all day racking my brain about the most obscure thing that I could possibly do,
and then
it occurred to me that the most obvious thing would be the hardest thing, because you're gonna think that I was going for the most obscure thing. So this is the OG ToyBiz. I think this is
it's not ToyBiz.
The OG Hasbro Punisher, like right at the very beginning.
Right when they took over. That is
right at the
amazing looking. Holy crap!
Yeah, and it doesn't fit my collection currently, and it's been in my sell pile, and I can't sell it. I can't like bring myself to sell it.
I bet you could.
Yeah,
dude, this is a sick figure. This is a good looking figure.
Yeah, it's just.
It looks nuts. That's what's crazy about it is you don't see this one very often.
No,
at all.
That's why I can't.
It's almost kind of rare.
It's just too freaking cool with the sculpted trench coat. I think those guns didn't come with it. I think they're custom, like GI Joes or from other figures, or I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, so that was what's in the box.
That's great.
Definitely get at us at Mighty Champions and let us know if you got the answers before we did, or if that was really, really interesting or really, really boring.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I had a blast.
That was good. That was fun.
I had a great time. But now it's time to do the news.
Well, LexCorp's going down. Whether it's me or Superman, who does it? If it's Superman, that makes it news, and I'll be happy to print it.
All right, we got quite a bit to get through in today's news because Uncle Todd McFarlane, he never sleeps over there. So McFarlane announced a whole heap of stuff this week. They showed off their Batman Returns wave, which I can't remember if we actually talked about that last week or not. I think they had just announced it, but now they've actually not just shown the pictures, but they went up for pre-order. So you can get the Catwoman, you can get the Max Schreck, which looks like, if you want to collect these, which I'm judging from online reaction, many people do. I think they look fantastic. This Christopher Walken Max Schreck, which comes with the melted face. So cool. The Catwoman looks like absolutely incredible. The classic Michelle Pfeiffer. Obviously, you've got Batman in the Batman Returns suit, which
looks great.
Which we kind of touched on last week. I think the Return suit is like 5% cooler than the 89 suit. And up until this one, there's not that many figures where you can differentiate them. Mm-hmm. So this is very, very cool. And then there's also the Penguin, who stands alone, like with his trench coat and his top hat. And then there's another Penguin that is a GameStop exclusive, which comes with the giant duck. Like, we keep talking about this. Todd McFarlane, or McFarlane Toys, has just decided, let's be the greatest toy company of all time now that we've lost the DC license. But if you guys are into those, like, go.
But it should bring up the point about the Penguin's hands.
So they did put out pictures of the Penguin where his hands are like normal and he has 5 fingers. And then they also put out later on pictures where I think
the one with the duck actually has the
flipper thing. Well, and then the single release, it kind of looks like maybe his right hand is flipper and his left hand is normal. Okay. I can't really tell in the newer pictures. Yeah. It feels like something that could get remedied before it gets released. Yeah. If it doesn't, that's an insane oversight. That's like a really, really bad oversight. Oh, also the Penguins, the actual army of penguins, with their rocket launchers, which is just such a crazy thing from a movie that I love so much. So yeah, McFarlane killing it with the Batman Returns. Also announced this week in G.I. Joe, the cop that we talked about earlier, and then I think went up for pre-order today, is Steeler and Short Fuse together as a 2-pack, which just looks cool. Like chef's kiss G.I. Joe stuff right there, with like a litany of weapons, a plethora of weapons out the yin yang with the 2 of them. I want to say that one's like $54. So definitely go grab that if you need it. And then in the wrestling space, I'm going to blast through these because most of these were already announced. We're just now seeing photos of them. Is the new Ultimate Kurt Angle from like 2000-ish, which is a huge improvement over the previous Ultimate Kurt Angle from 2000-ish. The Ultimate Rey Mysterio from Halloween Havoc 97. Big upgrade over the one that I have here, with like the ripped mask and the secondary mask on a necklace. The Cruiserweight Championship, absolute must cop for me. They showed the Defining Moments Jey Uso, which is a ringside exclusive. They showed the CM Punk Defining Moments, which is like they're not calling it Ring of Honor, but it's Ring of Honor CM Punk. That's also a ringside exclusive. And then they also showed pictures of Series 122, Io Sky, Damian Priest, Andrade with the Speed title, which is hilarious timing considering he just got fired, Julius Creed and Brutus Creed, and then Stone Cold Steve Austin in his baseball jersey and baseball hat. That might be your first wrestling figure, Christian.
Wow.
That is an iconic look from like a certain period of time right there. We also got pictures of the Amazon exclusive Ultimate Shawn Michaels, where they actually changed the Ultimate box for this, which is something that they now do from time to time, but it always is kind of significant because the traditional Ultimate box is red and white or white and red. Yeah. And every once in a blue moon, they'll change it. So this Shawn Michaels one, it looks like an absolutely perfect autograph piece. Shawn Michaels doesn't do a lot of autographs, and I would imagine his autograph goes for $200 or something like that. But if someone was inclined to wait it out, this Ultimate is the perfect thing to get signed by him. He's a top shelf fronter for me, so that's something that I might actually consider. But yeah, those are the wrestling figures. I think that's maybe all the news that I had. Did you have anything?
Yeah, a couple more McFarlanes that I thought were cool looking. Again, I think if this were coming out when I was collecting McFarlane, I definitely would be pretty fired up on these. So there's a 0 Hour Superman cloth cape with extra hands. Looks all right, not too bad. There's an Infinite Crisis Joker, which I think is probably the best McFarlane Joker that's been done. Very, very classic look with a, so he's basically got like a top hat and a cloth jacket, which I think is really cool. I guess it comes with a pistol also, a red tornado with a cloth cape, and then Starfire, Batgirl, and then one that I think is pretty cool that, again, I would have absolutely bought had I been collecting McFarlane still, which is the Spectre and Atom Smasher 2-pack, which I think that's an amazing combination of toys. The other thing that I think is pretty cool as well is that Ross is being, infiltrated now with a lot of like pretty good finds. So start checking your Rosses. In particular, one that I thought was interesting was the, I think it's a Gorilla Grodd maybe, and then a Flash.
Gorilla Grodd, is it Ross?
Either that or it's like King Kong or something like that. But there's a Flash figure in there, and it's $10.
That's King Kong.
Yeah. So I've seen other people find
that Flash figure though is the best Flash figure from McFarlane.
So that's what I'm saying. It's like it's $10 for both, and so that's in my opinion that's a steal. People are finding Batmobiles, a lot of Star Wars stuff, and some McFarlane statues coming out as well. It's not the Marvel ones, but like a Superman statue based off of the Jim Lee. So some good Ross finds.
In another bit of news that I actually meant to talk about today, so there's a toy company that's called Blokies. Did you see about this? Blokies makes like Japanese mech kind of stuff, like robot-y. I'm trying not to like sound like super uninformed, but they make like Transformer kind of mech kind of that sort of robot style thing. But they most recently got announced that they are going to make Marvel and DC stuff. So they showed off their Superman from the Superman movie. And what's cool is I think because they make those kind of robot things mostly, these figures kind of, they're not trying to look robotic, but they kind of do in a good way. They almost look like in every cartoon, inevitably the bad guy will make a robot version of the good guy.
Okay. And did they do Deadpool and Wolverine also?
Yes, they did.
Okay.
So they showed off Deadpool and Wolverine.
They look really cool.
They look very, very cool. They look like toys more than they look like the thing come to life. But that's a good thing. I mean that as a positive. You look at this Wolverine, like the Hugh Jackman, Deadpool and Wolverine, and you go, that's a toy of Wolverine rather than a trying to, really get a perfect scale sort of thing, which I appreciate both kind of things. But yeah, check out blokies.official because
I don't think I thought I saw something about how there wasn't a US release yet.
Toy Shiz is how I found out about this.
Okay.
So it just says stay tuned for details, but I think they look really cool.
They do.
And if people are interested in it, then it means that they'll get more stuff and they'll make more stuff. So the way that they look right now, it's the sort of thing where I could see myself going, oh, I'm going to start a collection of whatever it is that they're doing. So yeah, those look really good. But that wraps up the news, and now we're going to do our riskiest segment that we have ever done.
Okay. What's in the box was pretty risky.
Spy gear. When there's a crime to be solved, you need spy gear. With the Evidence Kit, you get over 12 tools to uncover fingerprints and magnify even the smallest pieces of evidence. Or use the Lie Detector Kit to help find out who's telling the truth.
You take it. I can't remember.
Their music player.
Bro, come on. You take it?
The red lights reveal the real answer, making it easier to nab the culprit.
Aha!
The security scanner can scan any suspicious item. Spy gear. Evidence Kit, security scanner, Lie Detector Kit. Each sold separately, batteries not included.
All right, now it is time for mission report. Here's what mission report is. A third party has presented us with a mission, okay? We do not know what it is. I swear on my Road Warriors figures that I have not looked at this. I don't know what it says.
Cool.
In a perfect world, we would get someone we know or one of y'all to send us a mission, right? You guys would write it out, send it to us, and then we would use that. But because we're debuting this, I used ChatGPT, okay? I told it, give me a mission, and I need to be able to solve that mission by putting together a team of 5 figures, right? So me and Christian are going to cooperate. We're going to come up with 5 figures with the best accessories and weapons and skill sets to accomplish this mission. And hopefully ChatGPT understood the assignment and gave us a mission that serves what it is we're trying to do here. So this could crash and burn bad.
It could.
It really, really could. Or it could be the coolest thing that we've ever done. Because in a perfect world, this is just playing with toys.
Exactly.
Right? It's just a conversation version of playing with toys and trying to get Arctic Blast Batman to accomplish the mission. Mm-hmm. So we don't know the location. We don't know the dilemma. We don't know. We know nothing about it, right? So that is what mission report is. Are you ready to hear the mission?
Ready to hear the mission. And I think to preface a little bit, we got to build a team that's specific for this. And we kind of gave ourselves a little bit of rules, like, do we use superheroes? But I think the idea is like, well, what does the mission call for? So we don't know yet.
Yeah.
And that's what's going to make it kind of cool.
Yeah. So we wanted to kind of challenge ourselves and say like, oh, you can't use metahumans, or it's only G.I. Joes, or but we figured since we have no clue what the mission is, then we can't really limit ourselves like that. So everything's on the table. Superman's on the table.
Okay.
Right. So we're gonna talk it out, figure out. I guess what kind of specialists we need, and then who would make the best specialists for the specifics of the mission. Everybody understand? Okay. Right here I hold in my hand a piece of paper, says Mission Report Echo Blacksite. Echo Blacksite is the name that ChatGPT came up with for this mission. I don't know what it means.
Okay.
All right. Top secret, clearance level 7.
That's sick.
Surveillance drones picked up a distress ping from Station Echo, a discommissioned research facility built into a jagged cliffside on the Antarctic coast.
Okay.
Long since abandoned after a structural collapse 12 years ago, or so we thought.
Whoa.
3 days ago, thermal scans revealed signs of movement beneath the ice.
Okay.
Human. 3 days ago, thermal scans revealed signs of movement beneath the ice - human.
Human signs. Like there's people under.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought ChatGPT was addressing me as human.
Okay.
Intermittent signals are bouncing off global satellites, suggesting rogue AI fragments.
Okay.
AI is writing about rogue AI.
Whoa.
Originally designed for deep space reconnaissance, has reactivated and is transmitting encrypted coordinates to an unknown recipient. The objective: infiltrate the facility, recover or disable the Echo link, a neural transmitter embedded in the mainframe core, and escape undetected. So this is a stealth mission.
Stealth, okay.
Complications: the facility is half flooded, fully frozen, and structurally unsound.
Awesome.
Hostiles are present.
Awesome.
Unknown origin, ex-human ? Arctic gear is recommended, but they move with no regard for cold or pain. So we have essentially ice zombies.
Okay.
The link itself is located in sub-level 3 past a vertical shaft blocked by collapsed debris and guarded by an automated defense system that still recognizes old clearance codes or fingerprints.
Okay.
Okay, I got a lot of people in mind here.
Yeah.
I got a lot of people in mind here. Electronic comms may be scrambled. There's also evidence of a mind-affecting pulse. Keep your team sharp.
Okay.
All right, interesting. Limitations. We got complications and limitations.
Okay.
Standard flight, teleportation, or invulnerability are ineffective inside the base due to interference and collapsed interiors.
Read that one more time. The limitations.
Standard flight,
Okay. Superman's out.
teleportation,
Okay. Nightcrawler's out.
or invulnerability are ineffective inside the base due to interference and collapsed interiors.
Okay. So we need a ragtag crew of basically non-meta humans. That's what it sounds like.
Not necessarily.
Or non-Superman.
Not necessarily. Yeah, fire-based abilities may compromise the already crumbling structure. So
Okay.
yeah, no laser vision, no human torch, right?
Okay.
Because we got ice everywhere,
Mm-hmm.
right? So that doesn't help us. Choose 5 figures, any line, any universe, and form your infiltration unit.
Okay.
So first thing off the jump,
Arctic Batman.
Arctic Batman, obviously.
Yes.
Kenner, Batman Returns, Arctic Batman.
Okay.
Is it Batman Returns or is it animated series?
I'd go animated series.
Well, but which is it? I think it's.
It should be animated series.
Is it?
Yeah.
I think there's.
I'm going to look it up in real time.
Yeah. So, we got. Okay. The other one that's sounding super helpful to me, and the thing that told me that this was going to be necessary was that the automated defense system that still recognizes old clearance codes ... or fingerprints. I'm taking that to mean we need a severed hand.
Okay.
Wolverine.
Wow.
He's not going to be invulnerable, right? Because it says, for whatever reason, that's scrambled.
Yeah.
But we go with, what is it called? Knife thrust? Or there's a ToyBiz X-Men Wolverine where he's from Weapon X, the program, not the character, Weapon X, and his suit enhances his like espionage skills.
So like stealth? It's like a stealth Wolverine?
He's like stealth Wolverine, and he's Wolverine, so he's going to cut somebody's hand off for sure.
Okay.
Right?
So it is the Batman Returns Arctic Batman.
Yes.
Okay. And then
Okay.
we got Wolverine.
Yeah. I think we need a tech person.
Okay.
Who are tech people? We got Mainframe from G.I. Joe. We got Donatello. I bet you there's an ice Donatello.
Should I look it up?
Yeah. I would bet money that there's some sort of frozen Donatello or ice Donatello or something like that, because we need a tech guy. And I think we also need a
Oh my God.
what?
Arctic Donatello. He's got a look. Check this out. Let me pull him up.
Yeah,
here.
I knew it. That was a wild guess.
I mean, spot on. Spot on. Comes
Yeah.
with a penguin. So
Yep. So we got a penguin on the team.
okay, it's adventures. Okay, so all right, so Donatello.
Arctic Batman. What does Arctic Batman come with?
So Arctic Batman comes with.
He's got to have some kind of, like, every Kenner toy comes with either a zip line, a grappling hook, or a rocket. Not that the rocket's going to do us any good, because down here in sub-level 3, it's pretty shaky. I can't believe how good this turned out,
Yeah,
dude.
it was perfect.
This mission rules. I also think we need a telepath. Because what did it say about, like, going crazy or something like that? It said the structure is unsound. Encrypted coordinates to an unknown recipient. Didn't it say something about, like, staying sharp because you might go nuts? Mm-hmm. Did I make that up?
No, it did say that. Yeah, it was basically just like keep your team sharp because something like that. Yeah.
So I think we need like a Jean Grey or who's some other telepaths that are like a Emma Frost. She's Frost,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's go with Emma Frost.
So Arctic Batman comes with polar armor and ice blaster weapon. So perfect for getting that door down wherever we need it.
There you go. There
All
you
right. The next one. Okay, let's think what else.
go. Which Emma Frost? Isn't there a sick ToyBiz Marvel Legends Emma Frost?
There should be. Let's see.
And we're just gonna say that just because she turns into diamonds, that she's useful pretty much everywhere.
Yeah.
Right. So we'll go with TBD on which Emma Frost, but definitely Emma Frost. So who? I think we only need one other person.
So there's a Generation X Emma Frost, or there's a Hasbro Marvel Emma Frost.
Yeah.
So we can go with that one.
Yeah, we'll do that one.
Okay.
All right. What else did we need? What were the other objectives? Infiltrate the facility. We got that covered. Recover or disable the Echo Link. Wolverine's got that on lock. A neurotransmitter embedded in the mainframe core, and escape undetected.
So I know this is probably easy, but I'm thinking of Snake Eyes because he has the wolf timber, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, that could be pretty stealthy if he needs to get into like a hot spot where there's like the lasers and stuff like that. But if we want to go,
He's pretty much peak stealth.
he is peak stealth.
Getting out undetected. But can he get everyone out undetected? Pretty much everybody that we've got on this team. Like Donatello's an actual ninja.
Yeah, Wolverine's been in many wars. He's had samurai training.
Yeah, I think we did it in 4. I think we actually accomplished the mission in 4, but let's throw Snake Eyes in.
I think Snake Eyes is a good idea.
Can't hurt.
It can't hurt at all.
So let's actually use the new Snake Eyes that is coming out like right now that comes with the polar bear.
Oh my God, destiny has been fulfilled.
Right? I think he's like radiated, but we'll click on the hands before that happens, the ones that aren't glowing in the dark.
Yeah.
So
okay.
yeah, Arctic Batman, Arctic Donatello. What is it called? Knife Thrust Wolverine. I think it's called.
There's a stealth ToyBiz Wolverine.
It's called Knife something.
Okay.
I think it's called like Knife Thrust or Knife something Knife Wolverine. That's a ToyBiz X-Men.
Yeah. So it's thrusting knife action.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so sick.
Yeah.
It's so sick
Yeah,
looking.
and his suit helps him with espionage. Like that's the point.
Yeah,
of
he's
the
got
suit.
like goggles and.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's ready to go.
And
man.
we don't need to like decommission the Echo Link because Wolverine will just cut the person's hand off, use their fingerprints, and then Donatello will disable it.
Exactly.
Boom. We got Emma Frost. She's going to keep everybody sharp. She's going to make sure that these walking zombies aren't a problem. And we got Snake Eyes. And Emma Frost isn't really a fighter. The other 4, though,
Plenty good.
plenty good on the offense on that part. I think we get in, we get the job done, we get out, no problems.
No problems
Nobody ever
whatsoever.
knew we were there.
Amazing.
Boom. And that's a successful mission on Echo Black Site. That
Mission
was awesome.
accomplished.
that actually went. I was so nervous about that. I was like so here's how it actually went down is I went to ChatGPT, I prompted it, here's what I want to do. Here's how I want it reverse engineered. Here's what I want you to like account for. Give me some complications that would say like, oh, there's, kryptonite in the air or something to that effect that will challenge us to not include certain people. And then I was like, don't do it until you confirm to me that you understand what I want. And it was like, got you. And it did one, and I printed it, and I didn't look at it, and then I put it like in an envelope, and then curiosity just got the best of me, and fear. Because I was like, I'm going to read this blind on the show, and if it's bad, I can't have that. So I read it, and then I was like, okay, I know I said I wasn't going to read it. Mm-hmm. I'm like rationalizing with a AI.
Yeah.
I was like, but I did, and this is what wasn't correct. So do it this way. And it was like, got it. And that's this one, and I was still terrified that we were going to get here. Because the first one, I looked at it, and I was like, Wolverine could do this by himself. I was like, that's not going to work.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so that was mission report. Let us know what your guys' 5 would be for this same mission.
Yeah, absolutely.
And also, like, if you want more mission report, get at us at Mighty Champions. Let us know if you want more what's in the box. This was a very risky episode, and I'm glad that I had a really good time doing it, so hopefully you guys had a really good time listening to it. And we will catch you guys next time. Peace.
I wanna grow up, bomb, toys, wrecking. They got a million toys at Toys R Us. got the best for so much less. You